Hi, I'm Rachel Lynn. I'm working on paying off my student loan debt and losing some weight along the way, and I'm also here to give you tips, tricks, inspiration, and motivation along your weight loss and debt-free journeys. Today I am teaming up with Sarah from the Budget Girl, who hosts a yearly collaboration of random acts of kindness. I love that she has taken this time of year to kind of remind us of what it is that this year is really about. It isn't about getting gifts. It isn't about rushing around and spending extra money. It's about doing kind things and being kind to others, because that is what this time of year is all about. It's not about gifts. It's about being kind and treating each other right. There are all kinds of people involved in this collab. It is more than just YouTubers involved. I'm pretty sure that there are also Instagrammers and bloggers and maybe even more that are involved in this collab. I will have a link down in the description for you to check out and see everybody involved, watch their videos, read their posts. Make sure that you check everyone out just to see what are some new ideas for being kind. If you are new to my channel, please hit the red subscribe button down below. Join me on my journey of losing some weight and getting out of debt. I have a lot of student loan debt. I have been paying off debt now for a little over 18 months, and in the first 18 months of paying off debt, I have actually paid off $30,000 in debt, and this is on a $37,000 salary. And also I have been without a job for the last 6 months or so, so that also has made a huge impact on my debt payoff. So I am doing amazing things. Please join me on this channel if you are new. So without further ado, I would like to go ahead and go over my random acts of kindness. When I think of random acts of kindness, I actually think of things such as paying an extra large tip when you go out to eat, or paying for the person in the drive-thru behind you, or paying for groceries for a family that doesn't have much. But all of these things cost money, and I still have a whole lot of debt left over to pay from my student loans that's like more than 10 years old. So while it's really great to be able to help people out financially, and I am so lucky to have been blessed by others financially in some of the hardest times of my life, and I know how meaningful that is, I wanted to come up with ways that don't cost any money, because I'm still paying off that debt, and that has to be the #1 priority when it comes to my finances. Once I am debt-free, I cannot wait to bless others financially, because I know how meaningful that is. But that doesn't mean that I cannot do random acts of kindness. So the following random acts of kindness are things that you can do that will cost you nothing except maybe just a little bit of your time. Leave a note on someone's car. Just leave a little post-it or a little stationery piece of paper, whatever you have, the back of a receipt, I don't know. Whatever you have lying around, write a little note and leave it on someone's car. It can be just have a nice day, or you did a really great parking job, and don't do it sarcastically, not that one, but I mean like sincerely. If they were perfectly in the lines, you can compliment their parking job. I would love to know what is something that you would write on a random stranger's car and leave a note for them on their car. Leave me a comment down below with your suggestions. The next random act of kindness is if you are eating out in the budget, and like I said, it's not going to cost you money, but if this is something you're doing anyway, and I know a lot of times my parents will pay for my meals whenever I go out with them. Sometimes I use gift cards, sometimes I just have a little extra cash on me, and cash doesn't go through my budget, if you know. So whether it's in your budget, whether someone else is paying for you, if you are going out to eat, ask to speak with the manager. Whether this is a sit-down restaurant or fast food, whatever it is, you can ask an employee to speak to the manager, and then talk to the manager and compliment the manager and their employees for a good job well done. Managers rarely get to hear good news like this. They're usually only called in if there's a major problem. So this is definitely going to not only brighten the manager's day, but it's also going to brighten their employees' day, because the manager will tell them that they receive compliments and possibly even give those people a raise. I hope that they would do that. Next is to write a letter to a friend or family member. So this one I'm kind of letting slide. Yes, you're going to have to pay for a stamp, maybe an envelope, but these are things that I just have lying around. I always have extra stamps on hand, so I'm not considering this one costing anything, but if it is going to cost you something, maybe do like a text or an email or something along those lines that won't cost you anything. But believe me, a handwritten letter is going to mean so much more than a text or an email. Send a message of some kind to a friend or family member that you haven't spoken to in a while, and then just let them know how much they mean to you. Next up is just pick up litter off the ground. If you're walking around and there's trash there, pick it up and throw it away. I always have hand sanitizer on hand just in case something like that happens. And with this one, you can even take it above and beyond and go to the park with your family and have a park cleanup day. Next is to babysit for free for someone, especially maybe a single mom that just needs a moment out, and especially this time of year, maybe they need to go holiday shopping and can't take their kids along, but don't want to leave their kids with a babysitter and pay the babysitter and take away from gift money that they could use for their children. So volunteer to babysit for free. Anywhere that you go, if you're in the parking lot, park at the back of the parking lot. This one's actually a good tip for improving your health as well, but it's also great to just leave those closer spots for other people. Let someone cut in traffic, and then here's the hard part. Don't complain if they go slower than you would like. They may not be able to hear you mumbling about how slow they're going, but is it really an act of kindness if you're not thinking kind thoughts? Take that minimal extra time going a little bit slower to think about all of the great things that you have going on in your life. Simply say please and thank you. As someone with a side job in customer service, I do get a lot of thank yous, but I really don't get a lot of pleases. And I'm actually providing something for these people and they don't say please when they ask for it. I'm not complaining here. I do get lots of thank yous and I do appreciate that, but I know that there are plenty of other people that work in customer service that do not get thank yous, and probably much less so they get pleases. So just simply use please and thank you, whether you're dealing with customer service, you're dealing with your family, or just anyone you see. A please and a thank you go a long way. Donate items you have and no longer need to charity. Food could be an option, but if you're going to donate food that's been lying around because you're not eating it to someone, they're probably not going to want that food either. I would stick more to things that you have around the house that you probably need to get rid of or that you don't use and that are just collecting dust. This could be clothing, furniture, blankets, other gently used items, even old eyeglasses. Now, I don't mean that you should just take everything to Goodwill. Goodwill is fine in a pinch if you're really just trying to get rid of stuff and there's one close by and you just get rid of it. But I mean, Goodwill is really a business and they are there to sell the items that you donate and make money. Now, it can help other people out, but there are better ways that you can donate your items to help a more wider range of people. I would recommend taking just a little bit of extra time to do some research around your area to see where are some places that you can donate items that would be given away to people for free. I have actually donated gently used or brand new makeup to a women's shelter. Blankets can be donated to animal shelters. Old eyeglasses can be donated to those who cannot afford new glasses. And then furniture and clothing can also be donated to a wide variety of organizations for people that are in need. Just take a little extra time to do the research to see what and where in your area will accept gently used items. Some places will want new items, and if you have new stuff hanging around that you know you're not going to use, then you can donate that as well. But other places will gladly accept gently used items for donation. And since this varies so much from location to location, city to city, you're going to have to do a little bit of your own research on that. If you have children, volunteer in your child's classroom. If you have a work schedule that doesn't allow you to actually volunteer in the classroom during the school day, you can talk to your child's teacher and tell them that you are available to take things home to help with setting things up, cutting things out. The younger grade your child is in, the more things their teacher is going to need help cutting out, especially things that are laminated, activities and games and all of that stuff has to be cut out often, cut out and then laminated and then cut out again, depending on the teacher. I'm just one of those that like laminates and then cuts just once, but still, it's a lot of laminated things that need to be cut and your hand hurts after a while. So to ease that burden on their teacher, that would be really, really helpful, even if you can't volunteer in the classroom with the teacher during the school day. This next one may be hard for some people out there, and that is to leave nothing but positive comments on social media. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. Otherwise, comment away and leave nothing but positive comments, whether it's on a YouTube video, a Twitter response, or Instagram, any of those things, just be positive. If you are out and about, whether it's at a store, at church, in a restaurant, anywhere like that, and you see a family out, a parent, especially a single parent, but a parent out with their children, take some time to compliment them. You can compliment the children if they are having good behavior and let the parent know. Or if you notice the parent struggling, which I've seen a time or two, compliment the parent and just let them know they're doing a good job, they're doing the best they can, and to just keep it up. Thank a veteran, police officer, paramedic, or a firefighter. These people risk their lives to save others. Just let them know, thank you. And if you can, you could even write a card or a note, but those things might cost you some money. So even if it's just a verbal thank you, I think that would mean so much. If you have the supplies at home and you don't need to buy anything, you could bake cookies for someone. Maybe it's someone that is celebrating something. Maybe it's someone that really needs some cheering up. Whoever it is, bake them some delicious cookies and then give them to them. And then last but not least, don't complain for an entire day. I actually did this intentionally once, and I was just happy to do anything that was asked of me that day, including cleaning the bathrooms, and I ended up having several coworkers ask what was wrong with me. And at the end of that day, like, I felt so good at the end of that day, not complaining about anything and being happy to do even the hard things and the yucky things and the difficult things. Everything inside of me was changing as well. Obviously my coworkers noticed, but it was kind of nice to just kind of let them wonder what was going on. These are all of the random acts of kindness that I came up with, and I know that there are millions of ways to let people know that you care. Most of them don't cost any money. Just give somebody a hug. Just let them know they're doing a good job at whatever it is that they're doing. People like to hear nice things. I am so excited to see what other people come up with in this collab and see what are some other things that I might be able to do, whether it's now and it doesn't cost me any money, or whether it's something I can put on my list to do in the future when I am debt-free. You can leave me a comment down below. Let me know which random act of kindness you would like to try first. And if you have any other ideas of random acts of kindness, you can leave those in the comments as well. Also, don't forget to go check everyone out that's involved in this collab. Sarah does a wonderful job putting this together, and I think it is a brilliant idea to reset our minds and think about what this time of year is really all about. I will leave the playlist for everybody in YouTube right here, and then up here will be a video that YouTube recommends for you from my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!